So Aspect Schools, at the end of term 1, we prepared our students with a social story about learning at home, and where possible we taught students how to log in and access the online platform. This was difficult due to some of our students already isolating at home when it was implemented, and also some of our students cannot access the platform independently. So because of this, we recorded lots of how-to videos which we've shared with families who need them, and we've also created a range of take-home packs with hands-on activities and materials, and this has really bridged the learning between school and home, so it's some kind of similar structure and familiarity to the kids, and also complementing our online learning content. So the online learning program, we use Google Classroom for our platform. We've created a timetable which follows virtually the same structure across all of our sites. So that's base, satellite and high school. We've really tried to ensure that the timetables are similar to that of school, but also similar each day, so that if one day for whatever reason learning can't be supported at home, students aren't missing out. They can just pick it up and run with it the next day. So I'll just show you a little bit about what our platform looks like. So you'll see when you log into your classroom under the classwork tab, we've uploaded a timetable for all of our sites, which looks something quite similar to this. So you'll see each day it starts usually with some kind of morning circle or a check-in of some kind. For some sites, they're doing live check-ins in the morning, especially our high school sites. You can see this is actually a kindergarten class and they do a story time at 10 a.m, which all the kids zoom into. We've tried to follow the same similar structure, so maths after morning tea and some English in the afternoon. You'll see each day there's something a bit different. So PE, exercise with Mr. Harris, which is one of our teachers who's recorded a lovely PE lesson. Music, so there's lots of things there. When we go back to the classroom, you'll be able to find them under the same, under the topic heading. So for example, if we go down to PE, exercise with Mr. Harris, we can see the video there. So we've tried to make it as clear as possible, not just for our students, but also for our families, especially since some of our kids are being supported by family members such as grandparents as their parents are working. And it also takes off some of the demand of the families. So some of our video check-ins, many of our classes will do as a whole class. Some of our high support classes have actually started just a one-on-one video conference in the morning, and they've gradually moved to a whole class video as it was just a bit too overwhelming at the beginning. And we also have some lovely videos from our teachers. So here you can see a pre-recorded morning circle. They also have lots of hands-on activities using this online learning platform. So you can see we've created lots of drag and drop things that they can do themselves, even written responses to stories and drag and drop activities. So it's quite simplified and flexible enough so that students and families can access as much as they want or as little as they're able to. Well, the key to creating this platform has been flexibility, so that we're aware that many of our students have difficulty accessing an online learning platform independently, and many are actually not able to. And we also recognise that families have varying circumstances at home. So some are caring for multiple children, sometimes all of whom have additional needs, caring for elderly grandparents, working from home, working away from home. So we're also aware for the need to be sensitive to all situations. Many families have suddenly lost jobs, they've lost routine, and they've lost connection to others just due to isolating at home. So for this reason, we've been really clear with families that our minimum expectation is a check-in each day. This check-in might be joining a live lesson, completing work and handing it in online, taking photos of the learning activities they're doing at home and sending them to the teacher. And our teachers and learning support team have been checking in with families regularly to make sure that they're coping and offering additional support where needed. I think it would be unfair for us to expect our students, particularly those who are very young or have high support needs, to sit in front of that computer all day and access a full day of schooling. We've given families lots of practical ideas for learning at home, and lots of our families have actually enjoyed, measuring ingredients to cook their favourite dessert, or participating in an outdoor scavenger hunt, calling a family member to read to them. They've even done some nice virtual excursions. So we really want them to access something each day, but some students will access the entire day of work and others might just access one thing. And if that's what works for that family, then we're very happy with that. My biggest tip to adjusting to online learning is be flexible and do what works for you. So prepare your child with a social story or visuals explaining that you're doing schoolwork at home. Some students found it helpful to wake up and get ready for school as usual, even getting dressed into their school uniform. But other students might find this really confusing. So please, just whatever works for your child. Create a designated learning space, give some ownership. They can add some cool posters or items that are special to them. One of our main sites, actually, we had a student who followed the schedule to the minute. He stopped for morning tea and lunch at the exact same time as school, and he even rang a little bell when the breaks were finished. So just make sure you have plenty of movement breaks, time away from the screen, and just be really flexible. Good luck to all our students and our families. You've already done such an amazing job, and we just can't wait to see you back.